Hi there, I hope that you're doing fine. I created a video explaining how you can be able to register a pensioner on the new pensioner portal. Now, there are cases where you find that the pensioner is deceased and maybe the child or the spouse is the one receiving pension. So how can you be able to update their details on the new pensioner portal as the dependents of the pensioner so that they can continue receiving pension? You've been asking me these questions through the calls, through messages, and I've decided to create a video explaining the same. So in this video, I'll be covering step by step how you can be able to register a pensioner who is deceased on the new pensioner portal. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, the first thing is to visit this very website. I know at the moment you already know it. And then I want you to scroll down and then check this box and click on proceed. And then here we have to select the type. And if it is a spouse, you select the spouse. If it is a child, you select the child. So you select an appropriate option here. For our case, it is a dependent spouse. So we are going to select that and then click proceed. Here we have to add the dependent ID number. Now you put here the ID number for the spouse or for the child if you chose child. So we are going to write here the ID number, and then just a moment. Here we have to write the dependent number. If you do not know, don't write. Just use the ID number and then click proceed. And here we can see now they are showing the full name of the dependent, and all we need to do now is to click on confirm. Here we have to enter the email address for the dependent, and we are just going to do exactly that. And yes, okay, just like that. And then after that, let me just correct this and then click on proceed. Here we have to enter the mobile number for the dependent, and then just give me a moment as I enter this, then click proceed. Here we have to create a password for this very account, so I'm just going to do that. Okay, just like that. And let me, okay, is it complete? No. All right, then here we have to re-enter the password. I'll copy and paste just like that, and then allow me to scroll down and click on proceed. Okay, just give it a moment to create the account. Now the account has been created. All we need to do now is to log in, and we are going to use the email address and the password that we've just set. So we are going to do exactly that, .com, and then we are going to write here the password that we have just said. Just a moment. Okay, and then click on login. Now we've been able to log in. We are being asked the pensioner details. These are the pensioner details, okay? It's not for the dependent. So we're going to write here the surname for the pensioner. Okay, so just give you a moment. We write the surname and then the first name for the pensioner. Remember, it is for the pensioner and not the dependent. And if they have a middle name, you have to write here. And then we choose the gender. Then here, the national ID. So it's not a must because it doesn't have the red asterisk. So here we are not going to fill. And here the date of birth, we have to put here the date of birth of the pensioner. Okay, that's a must we have to put. And then here, next we are being asked to put the death certificate entry number. So we're going just to copy it from the death certificate, and we are going to write it just like that. Then the date of death, so we are going to write here when the pensioner died. Okay, just like that. And then we are going to upload the very death certificate just like that and click next. Here we are being asked your personal details. Now these are the personal details for the dependent. Okay, so we're going to put here, and the identification type is national ID. We're going to put here the ID number, and then after that all we need to do now is to upload the national ID front. We're going to do that, and we now upload the national ID back, and we're going to do that. Here we'll enter the KRA pin. It's a must for the dependent to have a KRA pin. If they do not have, check a video up here or a link in the description to watch how to create a KRA pin. And here you'll put the relationship, if it is a husband or a wife. And then here you'll put the surname, first name and middle name, and the date of birth. If they are disabled, you'll also mention that they are disabled. All we need to do now is to click next. Here, pensioner children details. Now, if the pensioner had children with this wife, you are going to put here the details. For this case, they didn't have any child with this very pensioner, and so we are not going to put that. But if they have, you'll click on add, and then you are going to add these very details. For our case, we don't have, so click next. Permanent contact details. These are for the dependent. So we are going to fill here the permanent contact details. So we will start with the country, which is Kenya. The county, we are going to put here the county for the dependent. The sub-county, we are going to fill here the sub-county. The constituency, we are going to do exactly that. The city or town, we are going to put here the city. And then you'll fill here the location, and we'll do exactly that. Then the village, you are going to also put here the village. You'll fill accordingly. And then the landmark, you're going to put here a landmark, just like that. And then we'll move to the postal address. We're going to put here the postal address. Okay, so just give me some few minutes. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we'll put here the code. And where is it? And here it is. Then after that, I want you to click on next. The bank details, you have to fill here the bank details. So the account type, it's bank. The bank itself, we're going to look for it. And just a moment, here it is National Bank. We're going to put here the branch. So we are going to type just like that. And then the account name, we're going to read from the card the account name. Just right, give me a moment. Okay, just like that. Then the account number, we're going to read it from the card, and we are going to input it just like that. And then here we are going to re-enter the account number, and just give me a few minutes as I do that. Then we are going to upload the bank plate just like that, and then click on next. Here we are going to add the next of kin, but for this case she didn't have the next of kin. So if there is the next of kin, you have to add, but if it's not, you have to click next. The uploads are here, just click next. And here is a summary. All you need to do is to check this and click submit. And you give it few minutes as it's submitting the details for verification. Okay, so just give it a moment. Here it is. Details have been captured successfully, and it's going to redirect you to the home page for this very dependent pensioner. Okay, here it is. Here is the home page, meaning that the very process has been successful. Now, some of you have been asking me, what are we going to give the client as evidence of the application? Because you remember in the beginning they were sending an email that contained the details that you filled in a PDF document. There were about 3 or 4 pages. But nowadays, they do not send this very email. So all you need to do, you see this home page. All you need to do is to print for the client this home page. The home page shows the basic information for the applicant. Okay, so you'll print it and then give it to the client as evidence of registration, because here it shows that you've been able to register, and in fact it shows that the submission has been successful. And then if you set any password, if you created any email, you'll write at the back of that printout so that whenever they want to access the account, they can access it from anywhere. Now, for those of you who've been contacting me, I hope that this video helped you. And those who've been also searching for the same, I hope that this video met your needs. If you enjoyed watching this video, please don't forget to give us a like so that this video can be recommended to more people. And if you don't mind, please help us share this video to groups and people who need this very service. Otherwise, if you like my general content, I would advise you to subscribe with the notifications on so that you do not miss on any update that we have on this very channel. Otherwise, I would like you to click, I think it's this side of the screen, to watch our next video, and I'm pretty sure that I'll see you in that video. Peace.